You're watching the World News here on Press TV. We're coming to you live from our headquarters in Tehran. Many thanks for joining us this hour. Now, Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif says an agreement on Tehran's nuclear energy program is within reach if sides negotiate realistically and act with political will.
We have some hurdles that we need to pass, and we have said from the very beginning that if all sides have a serious understanding of the realities on the ground and the need to move forward based on what we have already agreed, without excessive demands and with political will, we can reach a conclusion, and I hope we can.
As Zarif made the comments before leaving Vienna for Tehran, he will be in Iran for a day and then will return to the talks. Meanwhile, the Iranian delegation and the P5+1 group of countries continue nuclear talks in the Austrian capital. The European Union says all sides are showing the political will to clinch a deal.
The political will is there. I've seen it from all sides. So that we have tasked our negotiating teams to continue work immediately tonight on the texts and to try and close all the issues of the translation of the political understanding that we found in Lausanne into texts that are solid enough for the coming days.
Can you also make your comment on Greece?
Earlier, an Iranian official in Vienna announced that the talks would continue beyond the previously set June 30th deadline if necessary. However, the possible extension is unlikely to take more than a few days. Well, earlier, our correspondent Homa Lezgi updated us about the ongoing nuclear talks in Vienna. Take a listen.
Concerning what happened today, it was a very, very busy day indeed, Kenny's. We saw high-level discussions at the ministerial level taking place this morning between Foreign Minister Zarif and his US counterpart. Then he had meetings with his German and British counterparts, with Ms. Mogherini herself, with the Chinese Deputy Foreign Minister, and finally there was a plenary between the P5+1 representatives themselves. Now, the foreign ministers are all going back home. I think it's just US Secretary of State John Kerry who's remaining, and that's because of, we're hearing the Foreign Minister Zarif actually say this, because of the conditions, his physical condition and the condition of his legs, which was broken actually. As you may know, for him it would be more appropriate to stay for this one day here in Vienna, but the other foreign ministers have their obligations. They're going as well as Mrs. Zarif, but they all will be back along with the Russian foreign minister, who hasn't arrived yet in Vienna, on Tuesday, and the ministerial level talks will continue. At the moment, the deputies and the experts are going to continue discussing the draft of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action.